Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for a Week for Dinner. We are a family of 7. I have 5 children, 12 down to almost 2. And we eat almost all of our meals at home. Like when I say almost, I mean I think it's been a year and a half since we ate anything takeout. But part of the reason why is because we try to eat really, really healthy. And then also, I have to eat low carb. My husband tries to eat low carb. I have some kids with some food sensitivities, that kind of thing. So for us, it's easier to just eat at home. But then also, we're on a budget, and we're on a tighter budget than we ever were before because my husband essentially lost his job due to the virus that's going around and the direct impacts of the regulations that happened because of that and all of that. So because of that, he ended up starting a whole new career after 14 years. And so we're in a season of being a little tighter and strapped for cash. So because of that, we also have for the last several months been visiting our local food banks. So that's another major video that you can see on my channel is food bank hauls. So with these What We Eat for Dinner, I try to show how we use food bank food combined with inexpensive groceries from Aldi to eat healthy, well-rounded, low-carb, high-fat, moderate protein meals. My family does eat a little bit more carbs than I do, but for the most part, as a family, it's just easier for me as the cook to cook one meal rather than to try to cook multiple meals. So, with that being said, it is Monday night. For dinner, we are having one of our favorites during the winter, which is some kind of broccoli cheesy soup. Sometimes I add other vegetables into it like carrots, potatoes, onions, cauliflower. Sometimes it's chicken. Sometimes tonight we have ham and broccoli cheesy soup. And as you can see, it's nice and creamy. So this is ham from the food bank that I just diced up and froze in like 2-cup amounts. And then I put that in the pan with a can of chicken broth from the food bank. And I cooked that for probably 20 minutes or so because I really wanted to get the flavor out of the ham and soften it up. And I was washing 2 days worth of dishes while I did it. Excuse me. So then I added a package of broccoli crowns. So it was like 3 small crowns from Aldi on top of that. And I just let it steam. And then when that was done, and I let it steam pretty far, so as you can see, the broccoli's like nice and fully party. When that was done, I just dumped in some heavy whipping cream. You could use milk. You can use a milk alternative. Just any, coconut milk would work. Unsweetened almond milk, any of those. And then I turned it, once that kind of heated up so that the milk was nice and hot, I turned the heat off and added in about 2 cups of shredded cheese from the food bank. So this meal is almost completely brought to you by the food bank, which is a huge blessing. And then here, I'll show you. I had some of these Hawaiian rolls left over from a previous food bank haul. And so this is my 4-year-old's bowl. So the kids are having those on the side. I thought about making me some keto bread, but I just don't feel like doing it. So I'm just going to have a nice big bowl of soup because that sounds delicious. It is cold outside. It was like 40-some degrees outside today. So I'm ready to just kind of cozy up on my couch and after eating this nice warm bowl of soup and chill for the evening. So, like I said, that's Monday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow night. Hello and welcome to Tuesday. Tuesday means Taco Tuesday almost every week in our house. Some weeks it differs, but for the most part, we do Taco Tuesday. So tonight we have taco salads. Lettuce from our garden, which sadly we're nearing the end of it because for the next several days we're supposed to be below freezing. So I'm afraid it's probably going to be done for but I probably need to go out and harvest as much as I possibly can while it's still good. We have taco meat, which is just ground meat and taco seasoning. I do a combination. I cook up a whole bunch of meat at once. So I will combine beef, pork, and ground turkey. And I'll cook up like 10 pounds at once. And then I just divvy it into about 1.5 pound amounts and throw it in the freezer. And then your meats cook, which is super helpful. Normally I add black beans to it, and I just didn't get it done this time. We were gone at the library until like half an hour ago. We went to the library, and then we had an errand to run for a friend. So we, got home and threw dinner together kind of thing. There's also shredded cheese from the food bank, salsa con queso, sour cream, and guacamole, all from Aldi. And then the kids have chips under theirs. I will probably eat a few tortilla chips. They're not a carb-friendly option, but I love me some tortilla chips. So I will probably have just a few chips just to kind of, scratch that itch. Otherwise, I just eat a giant salad, as you can see. So, that's everything for Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow night. Wednesday night dinner is an easy one, which is good because I ended up cooking down 2 bags of those chicken leg quarters that we've gotten from the food bank. And, oh, hello, kitties. And canning it. So I ended up with 7 quarts, like 3/4 of the way full with chicken, and then the broth on top. So as you can see, they just came out of the canner, so they're still bubbling away. So yeah. I thought that would be nice to have that nice and shelf stable. And then on the back burner is the bones boiling in water. So anywho, easy meal tonight because of that. And I'm glad it was. That's what was on the menu. So I have the keto chicken nuggets, and fish sticks are from the food bank. And then we'll swing around here. Hopefully it didn't get dizzy. We have coleslaw, which it's kind of a go-to side for me because it's low carb. It's so super easy to make. It's so inexpensive because cabbage and carrots are both 2 of like the least cost vegetables that you can buy. And it goes a long way. Like 1/4 of a cabbage usually feeds us in coleslaw. So yeah, quick and easy. And then we have pork rinds to go with it on the side because I'm tired and ready to be done. And of course, the ever-ready ketchup for anyone who wants it on their chicken nuggets or fish sticks. So that's easy dinner for Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thursday night, I had down and had planned to make butternut squash soup and crusty bread. But yesterday when I canned chicken, I had 1 jar that didn't seal. So I wanted to go ahead and use it rather than putting it in the refrigerator and not getting it used or putting it off or whatever. So anywho, I went ahead and made just kind of a super simple chicken and veggie soup. It's got cauliflower and carrots, parsley, garlic, salt, some onion flakes, some extra broth from the bones from yesterday that's going in the crock pot. Yeah, super simple soup. And then I think I'm going to sprinkle some cheddar cheese on top when I serve it, which I've already got out. And then I made some kind of sad looking drop biscuits. I'm still playing with using the cashew flour, almond flour, that kind of thing to make biscuits. So these will taste delicious. They're just not super risen. But I've added cheese and parsley and garlic. So they're kind of going to be more like a Cheddar Bay biscuit. So yeah, that's dinner for Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Friday night at our house means pizza night every week. Sometimes it's homemade, sometimes it's store-bought, sometimes Daddy's not going to be home and Mama just busts out English muffin pizzas. This is a really, really nice way to make pizzas because it's quick and easy and hand size. You know, the kids can just pick it up and go. So it's a really nice way of making them. I like to make them like this if I do pizzas for lunch. So as you can see, I just had like 1.5 packs of English muffins from the food pantry. And I had tucked them away in the freezer. So I pulled those out yesterday and let them thaw. And then it's just a spoonful of pasta sauce, some cheese, and some pepperoni. So I've got pepperoni and cheese. And then this is Chaffles, which is a keto thing. And they are cheese, egg, and almond flour based waffles, which I know sounds really weird, but they're super versatile. You can use them in a lot of different ways. I use them for like lunch meat sandwiches as my bread. So I just took a couple of those. I made some today for lunch for me. I had been craving them. So I just made some extras and I just topped them with the pasta sauce, cheese, and pepperoni like I did for the kids. So that's mine. And then our staple food with pizza is almost always green beans. I can green beans. I know last year I think I canned 72 quarts. And I think this year I canned about that many as well. So that makes for at least 1 quart a week, every week for a year. And I discount some for, obviously we have fresh green beans when they're in the garden. So this is actually 2 quarts because I'm not doing anything else with it. I didn't get another side made. I was out making a giant leaf pile for the kids in our backyard. Yeah, I just did green beans, cooked them, drained them, added some garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and butter. And that kind of jazzes them up a little bit so that they kind of fit with the Italian feel of the meal. So that's dinner tonight. Like I said, quick and easy. I feel like that's been the theme for this week's meals. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. Saturday night's dinner, I always try to fix a pretty big dinner. I don't cook on Sunday, so you won't see Sunday what we eat for dinner. We get home from church late, usually between 1:30 and 2 o'clock. So when we get home, I just pull out all the leftovers and we eat those. And then Sunday for dinner, we eat snacky stuff. So like I said, instead of making a traditional big meal on Sunday, I make it on Saturday. So in the back, I have one of those 10-pound bags of chicken leg quarters. I did this last week and it worked out really, really well because then I had leftover chicken to eat pretty much every day for lunch. And I made it a variety of different ways. Some of the time I just ate it as is. Some of the time I pulled it off and put it on salad. So yum. We have some with the barbecue rub seasoning from Aldi and some with barbecue sauce on it. On this tray, there's also some mini bell peppers that I cut up for me for dinner because I made sweet potatoes, which does not fit into the low-carb diet. Unfortunately, I have blood sugar tested this one, and it is not okay for me. But I can eat a couple of small pieces, like 1/4 of a cup, but that's it. But that's okay. So on this, I chunked up the sweet potatoes and then put on olive oil, salt, pepper, and some thyme, and then just baked it with the chicken. And then this is something I haven't made in quite some time, and I'm super excited about it. This was a spaghetti squash, and I baked it and then shredded it out. And then I layered it. I put 1/2 of the spaghetti squash shredded out, and then I put a layer of Parmesan cheese, like shredded Parmesan cheese. I'm trying to see down in there. And butter and thyme. And then I put the other half of the butternuts, or not butternut squash, spaghetti squash. And then I topped that with more Parmesan cheese, butter, thyme, and then some mozzarella on top. And this is something I have made in the past in a couple of different ways. The Italian cheese blend that Aldi sells is really good with this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to eating that because yum. So that's everything for Saturday night. Like I said, there won't be a Sunday night, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you see anything that you would like maybe more detailed recipe on or whatever, let me know in the comments. And if there's anything that stands out, just let me know. Yeah. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.
Bye.